Hi everyone, happy summer again. We're about halfway through summer, and today's vlog is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to share with you what I've been reading over the past few weeks and what I'm going to be reading as summer continues. So we're about halfway through summer, and I've been getting a lot of graphic novels for the Maverick Committee, and so I'm going to share some of those with you. But first, the first book that I have read over the summer that has just been absolutely amazing, one that y'all are going to be super excited about. So I was very, very blessed to get a galley of this from Edelweiss. So shout out to Edelweiss. Thank you for sending me this galley. And it was Marilu's Wildcard. It was amazing. This is a screenshot of the photo of the cover because the galley I got didn't have the new cover on it. And as I was reading it, I saw on Marie Lou's Twitter and Instagram that she was putting up the finishing edits on Wildcard. So I'm going to be really excited to see how the galley differs from the actual book when it comes out. So I'm not going to give any spoilers other than that if you loved Warcross, you're going to love Wildcard. It was absolutely amazing. We get a much deeper look into Hideo's mind and to Emika and her team and just how everything works. And there's a whole new conspiracy theory. It was amazing. Definitely 5 out of 5 stars. If you don't have it pre-ordered already, get on that. If you haven't already put a hold on it at your local library, definitely do that. By the way, if you are in Austin or in the Austin area, definitely go check out the Austin Central Library. I finally got to see it this week. If you follow me on Instagram or Twitter, and if you don't, I'm at Lispy Librarian. Go do that. But I finally got to see it this week, and it was amazing and wonderful and beautiful and even way cooler than you can imagine a library can ever be. So definitely go check that out. Anyway, back to the books. So another book that I've read was a graphic novel, and I already returned these two to the public library, so I have screenshots of the covers for you. The first one I read was Blue Beetle, Volume 1, The More Things Change, and it is a new DC comic. It's from the DC Universe Rebirth, and I really liked that it was about a Hispanic boy. There's not very many comics that I've been reading lately that are about Hispanic boys, and it takes place in El Paso. And the main character has this beetle that attached itself to him and gave him these powers. And this rich billionaire wants to use him to like battle bad guys and save the planet. And then there's, of course, this other bad guy whose name I don't remember who wants to take the beetle from him. So there's that. I'm not a huge fan of it. So I can't tell you to go check it out because I didn't think it was mind blowing and amazing because I thought that there was a lot of like chatter that distracted from the actual story. I'm hoping that in comics to come it gets better, but that was just the first volume. So we'll see. The next one I read, I loved it. It was awesome. This is She-Hulk Deconstructed, and it is from the Marvel Universe, and it is by hold on, I have her name written down. Mariko Tamaki. Very, very cool. I would say it's more on the adult side for comics than it would be for kids. It's really cool because the girl who is She-Hulk, I can't remember her name, I'm sorry. Y'all know I'm awful with names. But the girl who is She-Hulk is mourning Hulk. So Bruce Banner has died in battle, excuse me. And she is really just mourning him and really upset, but she has to go back to real life like we do when things happen in life. And so she's going back to work. She's a lawyer, and it's really cute because she's defending other people who have powers, and it was really neat to see how that works. And she has this case come upon her where this woman who used to be a yogi or a yoga teacher comes and has been affected by powers. And so she inherits these powers and they kind of go awry on her. And so She-Hulk has to save her kind of from herself. It was a very, very good, awesome look at what would happen if an adult got superpowers and didn't really want them and is now just like trying to figure out life. So that was really cool. Another book that kind of goes alongside it, another graphic novel that deals with mourning, is Sheets by Brenna Thummler. Shout out to Edelweiss again for giving me this galley. It is absolutely gorgeous. The drawings in it are just amazing. I've never seen drawings like this before. They're very soft, if that makes sense. The colors are really light, so when something bright happens, you know it's important. But it's about a girl named Marjorie whose mother has just passed away, and she and her brother and her dad are mourning her. But while her dad is mourning, he can't take care of the family business. So Marjorie has to run their family laundry business. But this man, who another yoga teacher, comes and wants to turn their building into a yoga resort. And so he tries and manipulates the people of the town. He tries and sabotages their laundry to make Marjorie look irresponsible. And so it was really cool to read how a kid would have to deal with this. So it was very realistic. But of course, there's a spin to it. So there's a ghost of a boy who has recently passed away, and he sees what's going on and he helps Marjorie and he wants a friend. And so that was really, really cool. And it was really neat to see the different sides of mourning. So Marjorie's side is mourning her mom, and the boy is mourning his life and trying to figure out what's going on now that he's a ghost. And it was really cool because you get to play with the sheets, which are the ghosts, and then the sheets that she's washing. So that was really fun. Both of those Sheets and She-Hulk, and nope, Wildcard hasn't been on my Instagram yet, but those two have been on my Instagram. Kind of been lacking on the blogging just because it's faster for me to make a quick post on Instagram. And so I'm going to start sharing some of those posts on here so y'all can see them. The next book I read was this amazing graphic novel that has been nominated for the Maverick list for next year. And this was Fence, Volume 1, and this is by C.S. Pacat. I might be saying that wrong. I'm sorry. Pacat. I don't know. P-A-C-A-T. And this is a really, really cool manga. It's a whole different kind of manga than I've ever seen before. So you can see how the characters are drawn kind of what we've seen before, but when they get excited, they go full on manga face. So I loved that aspect of it. And this is a really cool graphic novel. Definitely check it out because it's about fencing and the whole world of fencing. And I'm not a fencer. I don't know anything about fencing. And so this has been really cool to see like the competitiveness of it, just how everything works. And then a really neat part of it was they explained the different weapons that they use in fencing. And so that was really, really, really fun to read and just exciting to see a whole new sport in a graphic novel that I have no idea about. So it's fun to learn from. And then I read some comics. This was Unnatural, #1. This is definitely an adult comic. I would not recommend it for kids. It is by Image Comics, and it's really interesting. It's about this girl who is a pig, and see how it's already kind of adult. She lives in a universe where they are not allowed to breed with other species. So because she's a pig, she can only have children with other pigs. And so obviously homosexuality is very, very banned. And it was really cool because she is dreaming of someone who's not in her species. And so she's kind of exploring that. This is just the first issue, so I'm excited to read the rest of the series and see how everything pans out in their world. And the last comic I have for you is Coyotes, #4. This is another one by Image Comics. This is another dark adult comic, and if you haven't been reading it, get on it. They just finished the 5-volume set. Oh no, it's coming out soon. The 5-volume set of the first 4 comics, and it's so cool. It is coming. Oh, it's already out. Sorry, I'm all lost. Volume 1 came out this April, and it is really cool. It's a story of how men take on coyote skin and they come after women, and women are having to battle it out for basically their lives. So there's that. I have a ton of comics from the public library that I'm going to show you really quickly before I run out of time. This is a manga, Voices of a Distant Star. I've got Wonder Woman, Captain Marvel, Black Panther, Justice League, Superman, and a Batman Rebirth. So shout out to the Austin Public Library librarians who are at the University Hills branch for helping me find some superhero comics to read, because I went in just kind of lost, like, help me. So that was fun. And then I also have Tyler Johnson Was Here, Giant Spider and Me, and Amina's Voice. So that's what I'll be reading the rest of the month. And that's all I have for y'all. I hope you're having an awesome summer. Stay hydrated and enjoy your break. See y'all. Happy summer.